Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Real attractiveness is never just physical. Never just physical. Look, I'm gonna tell you what, there's a lot of talk about the physical aspect of attractiveness. Indeed, I'll talk about the body game, but that's just the base. I've always said that's just the foundation. If you're talking about overall attractiveness, that's it. Part of it is definitely physical, but then part of it is also your personality, how you carry yourself, your presentation, your masculinity, everything. Too many men don't understand that. So many men talking about looks maxing or something like that, and yeah, that's important, but you still have to have a certain mindset. You still have to carry yourself a certain way. You still have to be masculine. You still got to have some charisma and everything. You still got to have a positive personality, an attractive personality, because all of those things are together. Remember, a couple days ago, I said, shoot, women checking out everything. So they checking out, yeah, they checking out your physicality. They checking out your fit, but they also checking out your personality. Because often women will, what do I always say women will say? They will say, he was fine, he was attractive, he was handsome, until he opened his mouth. And I've seen that numerous times. A woman say, yeah, the guy's handsome, going crazy over him. But then, as soon as they get to know him, they ain't feeling it. They don't like him. I saw this way back in the 3rd grade in the 70s. I remember we had a substitute teacher, and you know, back in the 70s, had the bushes and everything, and all the little girls are going crazy over this one substitute teacher. He had his bush and everything, had the Shaft music going in the background. Right? Okay. I never forget the beginning of the day, they going crazy over him. The end of the day, they couldn't stand him. I never forget that. And that was a lesson there. That was a lesson there. And that's the thing. Even when you're talking about approaching a woman, she might think you look good, but then once you get in that conversation, she feel like, oh, well, no, not him, not him. And let's turn this around so a man can really understand it. And I want any man who understands what I'm about to say or who have experienced this to put a 1 in the comment section. How many men out there have met a woman and she fine? She got the pretty face, nice breasts, nice old bud dog. You know, she might have some shapely legs. She looking good. You know, she might, have that tight, got that snatch waist. She got all that stuff, whatever you like. Whatever you like. Shoot, she could be a thicker woman or a slimmer one, whatever you like. And you like, you get that bruh man look. You be like, yeah, girl. I mean, you going crazy. Your joint like, yeah, come on, man. I'm going to lead you over there, right? Yeah, okay. And then you start talking to her and she's saying some ratchet ass shit. Or you thinking, you be like, hey, how you doing? And then she like, hey, how you doing? Shit, her voice deeper than yours. And you be like, hold up. As you start, after you get past that initial thing, because, we just be looking at the body and the face. Yeah, we might not notice if she wearing clothes in a masculine way or something, or, she got something about her that turns you off. It's the exact same thing. Now, as men, we going for that physicality anyway. If we can get turned off, imagine women. Imagine women. So, a lot of guys, yeah, they want to just focus on the physical. Okay, that's still important. That's very important because that's the bait. And you need to be doing it for your own self-esteem anyway. What did I talk about yesterday? Being comfortable in your own skin. Okay, you need to do that. But you still gotta have the right personality. Because you get some guys, I've seen plenty of women, I've known plenty of women, they'll say, he really was all right till he opened his mouth. Or they'll say he got all this, but then he's talking a certain way, or he's not interacting, or here's the worst thing, dude's acting effeminate. Dude is acting effeminate. Let me talk about that for a second. because that's not talked about enough. Because that's why some women, if a guy looking too good, they question it. And if a guy focused too much on his looks, they question his sexuality. And I've seen that. I've heard women say that. I've seen comments on social media, women that say, yeah, but does he like women? You know, so that's very important. That's part of the attractiveness, how masculine you are. They still want you to be a man. That's why somebody who might not look as good or on a consensusly physical level might still get plenty of women just because they act like a man. That's very important. Very important. Or they just got a cool personality. Because you might, one of the worst things, I've heard this from many women, worst things in their eyes is somebody is looking real good, but they're an asshole. Contrary to popular belief, most assholes don't do well with women. Contrary to popular belief. A lot of that's projection from guys who don't get women. They think, oh, why she want that asshole? They don't know how that man really treat her. Behind closed doors especially. And a lot of times women, when they don't want to deal with somebody, it's for that reason. You know, believe it or not. Now let me be clear on it. I know some guys think they want to deal with that. No, they want to deal with a strong man. And he ain't being an asshole. He just standing up for what he believes. Let me be clear on that. But that's the thing. You got to go beyond it. So it's like you're not just developing your physicality, but you need to develop your personality. You need to address any negativity you have in your thought patterns. You need to ask yourself, are you really being masculine? And if I had to, honestly, man, if I got to tell you how to be masculine, you got some real issues. Seriously, you got some real issues. Because I've done plenty of videos talking about that, but you know, I'm starting to think now, well, wait a minute. If you don't know how, you might have some deeper shit than I can talk about in a 10, 15 minute video. So, you know, that's just it. But just understand it goes beyond that. And like I said, just turn it around. How many men have, seriously, plenty of men have met that woman. She was fine, she had all that, but just did something to turn him off. He was just like, no way. In fact, I've known some women who are very physically attractive, cool with them, and they've said that. They said some guys will be like, yeah, whatever. And of course, it's usually a guy who's like on that upper level. And when I say upper level, thorough. I'm gonna get into thorough on Monday. But here's the thing. Understand it's all holistic. You want to develop yourself to the greatest degree possible on all levels. The physicality is great. Seriously, I highly promote it. But then you got to develop the rest of yourself. You got to get your mind right. You got to get your confidence up. You got to get your masculinity right. You know, you got to have positive traits to your personality. And I'm going to tell you something. Now I'm going to give you a little clue. Having a positive personality is very, very powerful. And I'll let y'all try to think about why that is. So, anyway, that's all I have for now. That's all I have for right now. And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.